Hi, I'm David Trombley with Hockey Extreme, and today I'm going to be working with the first-year beginner hockey players. Maybe he's a walker, maybe he's a crawler, but you know what? They're at their first stage, they get on the ice and they don't move very fast. So everything has to deal with balance when we get on the ice with them. And what we want to teach them is that when they fall down, how do they get back up again? Well, the key is we want to make sure that we keep everything together. And what happens is you take your one skate, you bring it up, and it has to be even with your knee. Because if your skate's out too far, you can't get the leverage to get back up again. So have your skate by your knee, and this takes a little bit of time because they won't be able to get their knee up beside their skate. Take your two hands, you're going to notice that you're not going to be using your hockey stick much either. No stick, and your shoulder, you put your two hands on, and you're going to push on that knee. What happens is that you put all your balance on one leg, and you push up, and then they stand up. And this must take a long time. Some kids get it maybe in 2 or 3 tries. Some kids are going to get it maybe in their 30th, 40th try. You just don't know. All right, and then you do the opposite skate, and then you do the other one. A lot of encouragement, a lot of excitement. Yeah, you're doing a great job. Push up, stand up, and then maybe you have to hold on to them with 2 hands, and then you start pulling them around as you're going through. Now, after you get them from standing up, now what do we do? Well, maybe what we can get into is building blocks. Here we have some cones back here, and you have them, and you go out, and they got to pick up these cones without falling down. And they go over to the other cone, and they start stacking. And you have these cones all over, where they got to bend down and pick up. What are we teaching? Bending your knees, bending your knees, bending your knees. Balance all the way through. So we can actually build a castle full of cones, or maybe a hockey puck, standing them all the way up. But we want to start getting in the habit of bending and standing, gaining confidence with their balance as they're going through. As they're starting to go through and they're standing still, hey, we can have where we can go head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Now notice how I'm bending from the hips. We want them to start bending their knees and all the way back up again. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. We've heard this one before. You know how it works, right? Trust me, it's very slow and monotonous. These players are, well, nervous, scared, anxious. They don't want to fall. They don't want to hurt themselves. We have to build confidence that step by step, and every single day they'll get a little bit better. And then from there, what can we get into? Well, we get into deep knee squats, where you hands out, you start squatting down and back up again. You try to get them where they go all the way down, hold, and then back up again. And then as we're going through, you maybe want to start balancing on one skate. How far they can balance on one skate. Whoa, look at me. All right, try it for 2 seconds. You can do 3 seconds. Get to 5 seconds. Get to 4 seconds. It all adds up. Now, after you get into the deep knee squats, you can get little, bunny hops. Bunny hops. Bunny hops. And then you can actually maybe try a little skating and then a bunny hop. And if they're very good, you can have single leg bunny hop. Hey, what we're trying to gain, skating comes down to 3 key things: balance, technique, and strength. We're focusing on number 1, the balance part, because that's where they are. So as we're going through, we got all these little exercises that we can do with them. Now we can get into more walking. So as we get into walking, we can start doing a little bit of army walking, working their arms. All right, all of a sudden in a marching band, hop, 2, 3, 4, hop, 2, 3, 4, you know, and kind of parading around and have a little bit of fun. Hey, wave to all the fans out there. Make it exciting as you're going through. Now, as we're going through now, we have our feet, okay, our skates, and then we make a V, and from the V, okay, we start to push and glide. Push and glide. And we get into this V start, where push and then glide. All right, and it starts us with our skating. All right, and all of a sudden now we get that push and glide. All right, and if we don't have a push and glide, maybe just a walking. And some of them get into running, or running very quickly. It's all very good. That first group, just learning to go on the ice. It's not fast. You can't do one-on-ones. There's no give and goes. There's no shooting. Half of them don't even know how to hold on to their hockey sticks properly. If we are getting to the hockey sticks, hey, just make sure we're grabbing the hockey stick and you're correcting how they hold it, and they're going around working it as we go through. And all of a sudden now, you know, little other things that just came to my mind. We could do maybe 360 turns all the way around. You can go the opposite way as well. These are all little things to get them moving. Remember, it's getting them moving, getting them moving, getting them moving. And you know what? There's no right or wrong here, but we just don't want them standing still, not enjoying themselves, or lying on the ice. We don't want any lying on the ice. Now, one other little thing we can always start, maybe a little bit of crossovers if we can, but that might be a little bit advanced for them, but you try it. Or you just tap their feet, tap their feet. You have to let the mind wander. How do I get them balanced? How do I get them how do I get them moving? Okay? So these are all little things as we're going through, and I think this is really going to help for you to get them started. But you got to be patient and lots of repetition, and you might have to go through these drills for several weeks before you get going. I know you can do it. Have some fun.